Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Let's get started. Detectives get a big break in a high-profile case after a week of chasing leads. The search for the man suspected in 2 attacks at Manito Park led Spokane police to Fairchild Air Force Base. KREM 2's Cody Proctor explains how the arrest was a group effort.
Tonight, a Fairchild airman is accused of assaulting 2 women at Manito Park, right in the heart of the South Hill. Now, we have checked the court schedule for tomorrow, and as of right now, the 26-year-old isn't scheduled to appear in court just yet. We do know he has been booked into the Spokane County Jail around 2 o'clock this afternoon. So let's get you through some of the details of this case.
Spokane police detectives from the Special Victims Unit arrested Devontae Hardin Thursday. Police detained him with help from the Office of Special Investigations at Fairchild Air Force Base. According to Spokane police, Hardin is an active duty military personnel at Fairchild. Spokane police say last Thursday, January 20th, 2 women, one of them minor, reported being groped by an unknown man who ran up and then took off. Police deployed undercover officers to the Manito area after hearing the reports, who contacted and noted Hardin as a person of interest. After investigating, SPD says detectives found a probable cause to arrest the suspect. We spoke with neighbors living near the park, who all said these incidents are concerning, but not the norm. Terry Shanahan and Gina Cook have lived right next to Manito Park for 25 years. They say these incidents are unusual, but shouldn't scare visitors away.
And I don't think this should stop anybody from going to the park.
Yeah, it's an anomaly that very rarely happens.
They also add that visitors should look out for each other.
When you are in the park, keep your eyes open and watch your neighbors, and we've got each other's backs.
Hardin is being charged with 2 counts of 4th-degree assault with sexual motivation. Right now, his bond is set at $1,000.
Now, this is still a developing story at this time. We'll continue to update you as we learn more, both on air and online. Reporting at Manito Park, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
New tonight, a House panel in Idaho has introduced legislation that would ban licensed therapists and counselors from offering so-called conversion therapy to minors. Conversion therapy is the practice of trying to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. The bill, however, would not affect clergy or parents as long as they are acting in their religious or in their family roles. Also new tonight, Eastern Washington University has announced 4 finalists in the running to be their next president. The Board of Trustees sorted through more than 60 applications. Those applicants include Eastern's current interim president, David May, along with WSU's College of Medicine's founding dean, John Tomkowiak. The other applicants include UCLA's Vice Chancellor and Cal State San Bernardino's Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. The candidates will visit campus the first week in February. Well, the second-ranked Gonzaga men's basketball team back in the kennel tonight. And the Bulldogs pick up another conference win over LMU tonight, 89-55, improving to 5-0 in conference play. Chet Holmgren starring tonight with a game-high 21 points. And in other Gonzaga basketball news, Holmgren, who had a big game, was also named to the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year watch list, something to certainly keep our eyes on as the season continues. And coming up in about 20 minutes from now, our Travis Green will give us a look at tonight's game in the kennel. A new COVID testing site will be opening tomorrow in Spokane. It's going to be in the parking lot of Chaz Health's Denny Murphy Clinic downtown. That location will be open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Today, another new location opened as well, this one at Meade at their Union Stadium. There, people get self-testing kits out of a kiosk. That location will be open Wednesdays through Sundays. Appointments are encouraged, but they are not required. Now to the night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. After a day off, victim impact statements from the Freeman community resumed this morning.
The unforgettable scream of a mother who just learned the fate of her son.
Survivors described the terrifying moments they witnessed on the second floor of the school that day. That's where Caleb Sharp opened fire on that September day, killing one of his classmates and wounding 3 others. Later in the broadcast tonight, we'll share more about what those survivors remember from 4 years ago. Well, 3 out of the 5 teens who escaped a juvenile detention center in Snoqualmie have been arrested. 2 are still on the run tonight. The 15-year-old who was convicted of murder is one of those in custody. He was found in South King County earlier this morning. One of the detainees was arrested in Kent. The other were arrested in Kirkland this afternoon. Police are still searching for 2 detainees and that blue Ford Edge they escaped in. So anyone with any information about their whereabouts is encouraged to call 911.
This is about professional courtesy in the workplace, keeping all of us safe, keeping your constituents safe.
Spokane City Council member Jonathan Bingle is causing some controversy at City Hall for refusing to wear a mask, a move that is in violation of the state's mask mandate for public places. And it's not just the state. The city of Spokane also has a mask mandate for inside its public buildings if a person is not alone in an office or a cubicle. Bingle released a statement this afternoon explaining that he is taking a, quote, principled stand against what he calls unconstitutional mandates that are more about government control than science. Public health officials continue to stress that masks are effective at slowing the spread of COVID-19. More National Guard members helping out at Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center. Providence reported 20 members of the Washington National Guard and 1 liaison are now at the hospital. Initially, Providence said 10 National Guard members were going there. Guard members are helping in the emergency department, assisting with caregiver COVID-19 testing, caregiver mask testing, and other duties. Well, that was your Night Beat. So for more information on any of those stories, just text us the word night to 509-448-2000 and we'll send them directly to your phone. All right, take a look at this video out of the Baltic Sea. More than a dozen Russian Navy warships performed drills focused on naval defense. This comes as tensions are heightened right now between Moscow and Ukraine. President Joe Biden had also said that if tensions get much worse, they could send extra troops to the region. And take a look at this. Jerusalem covered in white today after a winter storm covered the region. You can see the iconic Golden Dome dusted in snow. Snowfall around Jerusalem is uncommon and usually only happens about once per winter. All right, let's take a look at our weather here locally. Meteorologist Michelle Boss in tonight. Michelle, for the first time in several days, we actually saw the sunshine. Will we see that sunshine again tomorrow?
I think we'll at least get some filtered sunshine tomorrow. Certainly the fog is not going to be as dense and the low clouds as thick as they have been earlier this week. So as we take a look at your day planner forecast, overnight we do expect some clouds to move back in, though we have mostly clear skies out there right now. Patchy fog is possible in spots tomorrow morning. Temperatures will remain in the 20s till around noontime. We should see again some filtered sunshine for the afternoon. High temperatures in the low 30s. Right now, as far as fog is concerned, not really a problem. Visibility is near 10 miles in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, again with mostly clear skies. Low clouds have hung tight though in central Washington. It's likely those folks will not see much sun tomorrow. Temperatures mainly in the 20s, though Deer Park has gotten down into the teens as well as Sandpoint, so it is going to be a chilly start for those folks tomorrow morning. Dry weather expected for the next couple of days, but some light snow on the way for Sunday.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. Well, take a look at this video out of Anaheim, California today. Deputies from the LA County Sheriff's Office chased the driver of that white car right there. Deputies responded after receiving a reckless driving call. So ultimately, the suspect drove into a parking lot and deputies surrounded the vehicle. No one was hurt. A driver was trapped in his wrecked, burning car when he was pulled to safety by a couple of Phoenix police officers. Look at that. You're taking a look at the body camera footage. Officers grabbed a fire extinguisher to put out the flames, while another officer reached in that car to grab the driver and pull him out. The driver does have life-threatening injuries and is being treated at a local hospital. Meantime, police in Washington and Idaho still looking for an armed and dangerous suspect. So take a look at your screen. This is 30-year-old Jesse Spitzer. Since Friday, he's evaded police twice in Washington. He popped back up yesterday in Post Falls, Idaho, after police responded to a burglary report on Clearwater Loop. Police say Spitzer pulled out a gun and threatened to shoot himself before he escaped officers for a third time. So Spitzer is now wanted in multiple counties. He's believed to have shaved his head and using makeup to cover his facial tattoos. So if you have any information about Spitzer and his location, please contact the Post Falls Police Department. That number is right there at the bottom of your screen. Whitworth University's new president will be officially introduced tomorrow. Scott McQuilkin has been selected as the school's 19th president. He has been serving as the university's interim president since June. He is a Whitworth alum and has served as the vice president of advancement there for about a dozen years. And that was KREM 2 News 10 at 10 tonight, where you get more news in less time. All right, don't go to bed just yet. Our Voices of Freeman coverage continues. Coming up, hear what students who witnessed the shooting that day said about that. We are back in just 90 seconds.